standing, let him sit down. And if he still does not feel that his anger has gone away, let him lie on his side. Changing your condition, changing your hay'ah, changing how you're positioning. If you are angry and you are stood, sit down. If you are sat down and you feel angry, lie down. Why? Because if you are stood up, then it's more likely you are going to act upon your anger. If you are angry and you're going to hit somebody and you stood up, you're very much likely going to throw that punch like a boxer. Yeah? But if you sat down, then how are you going to punch the person? You're going to have to first stand up, and then, so there's one step extra. And if you're lying down, then there's two more steps, yeah? So changing your positioning, if you're stood, sit down. If you're sat down, lie down. This is something which will aid a person when he becomes angry and you feel you may do something, change your positioning. If you're stood up, sit down. If you're sat down, lie down. Okay, this is the second way to relieve yourself of anger, to let go of the anger, is to change your position. The same way our Prophet ﷺ said during times of fitna, when the trial occurs, he said عليه الصلاة والسلام فإن المضطجع فيها خير من القاعد والقاعد فيها خير من القائم والقائم خير من الماشي والماشي خير من الساعي. That when fitna occurs, when trial and tribulation occurs between two fractions of believers, between two parties of human beings, of Muslims, of believers, whenever any fight occurs, any fitna occurs, then the one who is lying down during that fitna is better than the one who is sitting. And the one who is sitting is better than the one who is standing. The one who is standing is better than the one who is walking, and the one who is walking is better than the one who is running. Because if you are lying down or sitting down, then you are less likely to act upon the anger that you feel in yourself. The second prophetic advice is to change your positioning, change your hay'ah. Yes, Ahmed, go ahead. To have wudu, excellent, that's coming. To have wudu. We'll do that one now, inshallah. So, another step to relieve yourself of your anger is to make wudu. To engage yourself in wudu, as Imam Ahmed rahmahullah ta'ala, Imam Abu Dawud rahmahullah ta'ala, and other ayam of hadith, they collect the hadith, where our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, he said, إِنَّ الْغَضَبَ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ. Anger is from shaitan, as we've already discussed. Anger comes from shaitan. وَإِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ خُلِقَ مِنَ النَّارِ. Shaitan has been created from fire. وَإِنَّمَا تُطْفَأُ النَّارُ بِالْمَاءِ. And fire is extinguished through water. فَإِذَا غَضِبَ أَحَدُكُمْ فَلْيَتَوَضَّأ. So when any of you feels anger is in him, let him perform wudu. Let him perform wudu, because the water will extinguish the anger he feels from shaitan, who was created from fire. Okay, and another way is, as Imam Ahmed rahmahullah ta'ala narrates from Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma, that Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, إِذَا غَضِبَ أَحَدُكُمْ فَلْيَسْكُتْ. When anyone amongst you feels angry, let him be quiet. This hadith is da'if. However, the meaning is correct. And this is something which a lot of us, we don't understand. When we say, for example, the hadith is da'if, but the meaning is correct, what does that mean? It means, go.
It means that the hadith is like, it's weak, but the meaning is correct, everything is correct in it.
Yeah, so what does that mean? That's what I'm asking.
That maybe the hadith is not fully understood straight away.
We'll try. Okay. So what it means, the hadith is da'if, but the meaning is correct. It means that to attribute these words to our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to say that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said kada wa kada, then this is incorrect, because the Prophet sallallahu never said that. However, the meaning can be true. For example, the famous hadith which is da'if, al-hikmatu ضالة المؤمن حيث وجد يأخذها. The wisdom, the truth It is the lost property of a believer. Wherever he finds it, he takes it. This hadith is da'if. The Prophet ﷺ, he never said these words. However, the meaning is correct, that whenever you find any truth, then the believer should accept that truth. Like when Shaitan appeared to Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Yeah? Do you know this incident? When the Prophet ﷺ, he made Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu to look after the Baytul Mal, look after the charity of the Muslims. And Shaitan appeared to him. And Shaitan tried to take something, tried to take some of the Baytul Mal that was belonging to the Muslims. And Sayyidina Abu Hurairah stopped him. Shaitan appeared in the form of a human being. And Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu stopped him. And he did this 3 nights in a row. And then Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu said to him that I'm not going to let you go till I take you to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And then Shaitan became frightened. He said, take me to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I will teach you something. And if I teach it you, you have to let me go. Sayyidina Abu Hurairah said, okay. He said, what did Shaitan say? Do you know? There's one ayah in the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ayatul Kursi. That if a person recites it, it will suffice him. And Sayyidina Abu Hurairah said to him, he went to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and said that last night this happened. He said that صَدَفَكَ وَهُوَ كَذُوبٌ. He told you the truth even though he is a liar, even though he is somebody who lies. Shaitan. Is Shaitan going to tell you the truth? No. But in this instance he told the truth. صَدَقَ وَهُوَ كَذُوبٌ. So what I'm trying to say, that even something that is not attributed to the Prophet ﷺ, even though he didn't say those words, the sanad leading up to that wording is da'if, it is is false. There's somebody in that sanad who his memory is weak, but the meaning can be correct. The meaning may be correct, like in this hadith, that whenever any of you become angry, let him be silent. As the previous hadith we did. What hadith did we do last week?
So, if they did good, let them speak good or remain silent.
Excellent. من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليقل خيرا أو ليصمت. So if a person is angry, are they going to say something good?
No.
No, they're going to say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله. Are they going to start reciting the Quran? Are they going to start saying, oh, mashallah, tabarakallah, you have such good akhlaq and you are such a great person? If they're angry, then they're not going to say something. They're going to say something evil, something bad. من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليقل خيرا أو ليصمت. Whoever believes in Allah and the last day, let him say good or let him remain silent. So this hadith, it supports this hadith. That whenever any of you become angry, let it be silent. So this silence, remaining silent, it is a great cure, great dawa for anyone who becomes angry. Because when a person is angry, they say things which they may not mean. Yeah? They may say things like, in the very beginning I mentioned that when people become angry because of something trivial at work or something that happened with their friends, or football match or cricket match or something, they become angry. They go home. Who do they take the anger out on? Their wife, the poor wife in the house. They take the anger out on the wife. And they become angry. They say, Anti taliq, taliq, taliq. They divorce their wife out of anger. If only they remained silent. They closed their mouth when they were silent, when they were angry, and they remained silent, none of this would have occurred. They would have been saved from all this trouble that comes later. Silence, as-samt, being quiet. It is something which is a huge treatment for when a person becomes angry, to remain silent. And many of us think that when we become angry, that's when we show our strength. When we become angry, we show our strength by engaging in with the person who made us angry in physical contact. When we throw them a punch or we put them to the ground, this shows that we are strong. And we don't realize that our anger has overtaken us. And our Prophet ﷺ said that a strong person, لَيْسَ الشَّدِيدُ بِالسُّرْعَةِ, the one who is strong, he is not the one who overpowers his enemy when he is angry. he's not the one who overpowers his enemy, his adversary. إِنَّمَا الشَّدِيدُ الَّذِي يَمْلِكُ نَفْسَهُ عِنْدَ الْغَضَبِ. Rather, the one who is truly strong is the one who controls himself when he is in a state of anger. When he is in a state of anger. And a final way to relieve ourselves of anger is when we become angry, to remember the rewards of having patience. To remember the fada'il, the virtues, and the thawab of remaining sabir, remaining patient, and not giving in to your anger. And the incident of Imam Abu Qilaba rahmahullah ta'ala, the famous disciple of Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and his story, which shows the ghaya, the epitome of sabr, where Imam ibn Habban rahmahullah ta'ala mentioned in his Kitab al-Thiqat that once some of the muhaddithun, they were walking in the desert and they came across a tent and they heard somebody making dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the middle of the desert. They were traveling, and in the middle of the desert they saw this tent, and they went in and they saw a person lying down, and his condition is that his legs were paralyzed, his arms were paralyzed, he could barely see, he could barely hear, and his tongue was moving, remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they felt pity on this person, they felt sorry for him. They said, perhaps we can help him. And they preached him and they said, is there anything we can do for you? He said, no, other than my son. He has gone out, I sent him to get me some food. I sent him out on a chore. My son, he used to help me, he used to wash me for whenever the time of Salah came. He used to help me. And he has been missing for some days. If you could help me, go and find him and bring him back to my tent, I'd be grateful for this service of yours. So they went and they couldn't find him. And they found a pile of bones. They said, this must be him. This must be the son of this person. He has been eaten and he has been preyed upon by the animals in the desert, wolves, and Allah knows what animals they are in the desert. They have preyed upon him and they've made him victim. They've attacked him and they've eaten him. He was just a pile of bones. They went back, and on the way back they were thinking, now this person already he's lost. He can't move. He can't walk. He can't use his hands. He's hard of sight, hard of hearing. Now he's lost his son. How are we going to break this news to him? So on the way they began remembering the story of Sayyidina Ayyub alayhi salatu wassalam, and how much sabr he showed when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took his help from him. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took his family members from him, and how he showed sabr, how he endured and persevered. And then they went to him and they told him, do you not know Sayyidina Ayyub alayhi salatu wassalam and how much sabr he showed? He said, yes, I know. Just tell me what's happened to my son. They said, we have no good news for you. Your son, he has been eaten by the beasts of the desert. He said, Alhamdulillah, who saved my son from his disobedience. And he breathed his last and he passed away. And now this Jama'ah Muhaddithun, they're even more distressed. We've just told him this and he's died. Now what are we going to do? So they began saying, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, and they covered his body and they sat for a while and contemplated what should we do. And then somebody came and he said, who are you? Who is in this tent? And they said, we don't know. But they told him the story, they told him the qissa of what happened. Then he said, allow me to see who is this person. And they uncovered his face, and this person who came, he began kissing his forehead and his hands. They said, what are you doing? Who is this? They said, this is Abu Qilaba. This is the disciple of Sayyidina Abdullah bin Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhuma, who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tested him in such a way. And when they went to sleep that night, they saw Imam Abu Qilaba rahmahullah ta'ala in a dream. And he was flying in Jannah. He had 2 wings. And they said, what is this? How have you got 2 wings? He said, don't you know? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Salamun alaykum bima sabartum fa ni'ma uqbad dar. May salam may peace be upon you because of what you endured from patience. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He granted me 2 wings instead of 2 arms for me to roam around in paradise because of the sabr that I endured in this life. Because of the sabr that I endured when calamity hit me, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took away my ability to walk, my ability to move my arms, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took away the coolness of my eyes, my sun, because of my sabr that I showed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted me this maqam, the way I'm flying around in paradise reciting Salamun alaykum bima sabartum fa ni'ma uqbad dar. So when we become angry, we should remember the fadail, the virtues of having sabr, of being patient and not acting upon your anger. Another hadith shows us the virtues of having sabr when we become angry. Sayyiduna Mu'adh ibn Anas al-Juhani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, in the Jami' al-Imam al-Tirmidhi, in the Sunnah al-Imam Ibn Majah, he said that our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, "Man kadhama ghaydan wa huwa yastati'u an yanfadha, da'ahu Allah yawm al-qiyamati ala ru'us al-khalaiq, hatta yukhayyiruhu fi ayyi al-huri sha'a." That any human being, any person, any believer of mine in this life, he restrains his anger, he swallows his anger, while he is able to act upon it. While he is able to act upon his anger, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will call him on Yawm al-Qiyamah in front of all of his creation and let him choose from which of the delights of the hur of paradise he wishes. Because of his controlling of his anger, he swallowed his anger. Man kadhama ghaydahu, whatever it is that restrained and swallowed his anger when it came upon him. And Sayyiduna Umar ibn Abdul Aziz rahmahullah ta'ala, that righteous Khalifa from among the Muslims, he said, in fact, in ending, he said, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ عُصِمَ مِنَ الْهَوَى وَالْغَضَبِ وَالطَّمَعِ. He said this beautiful statement, that whoever it is that has been saved from 3 things, whoever has been saved from desires, following their hawa, following their whims, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَافَ مَقَامَ رَبِّهِ وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَى فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَى. Whoever it is that fears standing before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that Allah Jalali wal Ikram is going to question him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to take a person to account on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Whoever it is that fears standing before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَى, and prevents his soul from its desires. وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ عَنِ الْهَوَى فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَى. Then paradise will be his abode. But the one who controls his desires, controls his soul from its whims and its desires, وَالْغَضَبِ, and whoever it is that is saved from anger, becoming angry, acting upon their anger, because this is the actual seed that shaitan sows among us. فَإِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ يَنْزَغُ بَيْنَهُمْ. Shaitan, he causes discern, he causes anger among them, he causes hatred among them. وَالطَّمَعِ, and whoever it is that is saved from greed. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَتَمَنَّوْا مَا فَضَّلَ اللَّهُ بِهِ بَعْضَكُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ. Do not wish for, do not look for, do not want that